A few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I received a letter from the government saying that I needed to fill up something about my home and the occupancy of my home, and let them know if I'm renting out my home or if I live in my home. And I thought, I don't want to do this, but I'll see if by the deadline I do this. And the information on it was a bit ambiguous. So it was like, if you fill it out, but if you live in your home and you don't fill it out, it's okay. That was sort of how I interpreted it, but they're like, fill it out. So I'm like, okay, that was a deadline and a whole bunch of stuff on it, but I haven't gotten around to it. And I thought about it the other day and I thought, ooh, did I fill that thing out? Then I thought, you know what, not a priority for me. I don't really plan to do this. And this is probably the third request from the government asking for something, with the other one being, I think, like the census, trying to count and figure out how many people live, and live in the neighborhood, and who those people are, and so on and so forth. So today my mom calls me and she's just like, did you fill out that form that the government sent you? Like, is it done? Make sure you fill it out, because if you don't fill it out, they're going to charge you, because they're going to assume that, no one lives there and all that fun stuff. Because that was my other thing. I only own one property as a person, and I live on that property, right? And the government is aware of that. So I thought, it's not as significant, because the government knows me. I own one property. I live on this property. On every one of their document and everything that I own, my address is correct. I don't have a separate address, not even on my driver's license or on my health card number. Like, as far as they know, I live here. And everything that was under my mom's address or my old address has been changed, because I've been here for 5 years, and I own the home. So I really kind of made sure I was situated and everyone is aware that this is my home, and I didn't have a reason to change my address anywhere. So that was one of the reasons I thought, I don't have to fill out this application, because if anyone searches me up, especially my government, they will know instantly where I live. So when my mom called today, she sounded a bit, just like anxious and like, did you do it? And I'm like, no, I haven't done it. She's like, make sure you do it. And I'm like, why are you so anxious? She's like, well, I don't want them to charge you. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I can hear in your voice that, this is not a calm, you're not just calling to say hello. Like, it's, this thing. So in any case, it just reminded me again of that feeling that I am feeling quite drained out from being part of a system. One of the things I loved about Canada was that there is a system. You know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. Canada's really great at that, because they plan everything, they inform you of everything. Everything is crossed and dotted, and it's very clear. Like, the buses are on time, they've got the right look and the color, you know who to report to if you have an issue. So I love that about Canada. I do. But it's also feeling like it's suffocating as well. Because now, especially being the age that I am and all of the systems that I've interacted with over my lifetime, I get emails from OSAP, jobs, my work. I get emails from the government. I get mails from my banks, and I have 2 different banks, and I have 4 different accounts, because this account is best for this, and I had to create an account for my business, and I had to create a business. And it was just like all of these different things that I'm engaged with, and all of these different systems, and all of these different processes, and they all engage you. And when they engage you, there's always like some sort of ask and a threat behind it. You must tell us how many people live in your home, by August 30th, or we will assume that nobody lives there. There are doggies. I will pause. You guys are okay. I'll keep going. Oh man. I love when dog owners, dog family members are respective or respecting other people in their space in case they're afraid of dogs. But in any case, I feel far too involved in the system, and it's overwhelming. And there's so many requests and so many demands, and it's a lot. I'm planning to move to Australia, which that was a process in itself that was very demanding. The thing I will make clear is my desires are what has caused all of these demands. So there is no blame, no anger. It's just the realization that I said that I wanted to go to school, and the only way I could do that was through OSAP, and now OSAP, messages me all the time. I said I wanted to own a home. I bought a home, and now I get, not monthly mortgage statements, but like communication for different things, like, oh, we're increasing this, we're decreasing this, oh, this is ending, let us know if you want to join this deal. And just constant communication and ads everywhere. Even Instagram, you go on Instagram and there's ads everywhere. And even your friends, all of the people I know are starting businesses. So even just like regular friends' accounts have become like a space for ads. Like I'm advertising this new product that I'm selling. And so you're never really just there, just being, just existing. Everyone needs something. Everyone asks something. And for me, yes, I've tied myself up in all of this. And so it's that recognition now that, do I want to continue that way? And I was talking about Australia, moving to Australia. And one of the things I loved about Australia is that it's so much like Canada. So a lot of the rules and regulations are so much like Canada. But eventually I do plan to move out of there as well, to find a space that somehow at least just allows me a little bit of distance from that for as long as I need. It's been beautiful living here. I've loved being, here, being in the rules, seeing the rules and regulation. I love rules. They're not bad, but sometimes you think maybe not now, not yet, not today, not in the next future. So yeah, that just feels like, oh, that was the last thing. Going to high school, finishing like school, especially like uni. I thought once that was over, a lot of the stress, a lot of the demands would be over, that you can sort of breathe and relax. But then I realized, oh no, as long as I, the human, continues to have desires and wants to grow and work and earn more and be smarter and be more knowledgeable, then I will constantly create environments where it can be stressful for me, because that's what growth or change can appear to be like. So yeah, university, all of the stress and demands don't end there. It seems to continue until you decide that you no longer want it. So I'm at my destination. I'm grateful for that release.